consent looks like every day, one of the things is especially for people who go out. Me saying no to a drink, that is me not giving consent. Do not try to force shots down my throat. Oh, you're such a party pooper. Have you seen me? I have a natural high, okay? I'm gonna be dancing better than you. And when I want to have a drink, I'll walk myself to the bar, ask the bartender, get me a tequila sunrise, okay? Which is a drink. Give me one and a side shot of tequila, right? And if I don't want to, then please leave me alone. And I think that's something we need to learn, that consent isn't just about like in the sexual context. It's also in every other aspect of our lives. Something else?
Your story of drinks.
You
Many touch. Because usually people do not take kindly to consent not being given, not being granted. So if I'm telling someone no, I think I've had enough for tonight in respect to drinks. Hata ndo maana tupende kukuita kuja na sisi. Like please forgive me, but I do not want to sleep on you guys. I do not want to, I have a limit to how much I can take. And you should actually be congratulating me because I am controlling myself. I don't want to have more than I can take. So if I am willing to stay here and watch the rest of you drink, why are you castigating me? So if someone says no to you, please do not meet them with that negativity of you're a party pooper, you are.
I am very welcome to you calling me names. Please go right ahead. But if I said no, I meant no. Like, we're not negotiating here. If you want more alcohol to go into someone's bodies, buy the whole bottle and put it in your body, right? Like, I have no problem. Also, like, there has to be, you have to really understand, and the alcohol conversation is actually really, because people are constantly saying that, right? It's a very constant thing. And before, like, that's the friend part. Also, if you're going out with a date and the date is like, let's get some wine, I'm like, I don't think I want wine. I would love to have a beer, for example. Oh no, but it doesn't go with the food. Well, order the bottle of wine and let it go with your food. I'll drink my beer. I don't even have a beer at the dinner table, but like whatever. If I want a cocktail, let me have what I want to have. Right? And it brings us to the conversation, especially something that I think you've talked about before, of somebody bought you drinks, and then now they're feeling entitled to getting paid back
for the drink,
for their drinks. If you want to pay me for sex, please be very, very clear
about it from the start.
Honestly, I want to buy
you this in return.
Exactly. I'm going to take you out for dinner. It's going to, the budget is 5,000 for your dinner. The budget is 6,000 for drinks. At the end of the night, I expect that you give me sex in return. I will sit down with myself and I will ask myself, does that cost cover how much I want to sell for sex tonight? And I will tell you, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think my bed is so comfortable and I don't have to hear you snoring next to me, so I'll pass. If I want to do it, I'll be like, okay, cool, let's go. Just know you're also paying for the Uber, you will pay for this and this and this and that. If you agree to the conditions, then we can have sex. But do not take me out. Ask me on a date, like I asked my mother, do pregnancies begin at like you get pregnant at the dinner table? So do you have sex at the dinner table? No, unless it's in my house and this is something that I wanted to do, right? So if you are taking somebody out with the expectation that sex is going to be at the end of the night, communicate. And if they tell you, no, that does not work for me, go find find somebody else who it works. Like they're all over. My God, that conversation for drinks and dinner and sex takes it out of me, because it's a constant thing. And then we will end up at your house, or maybe you just even invited me for a sleepover, I'm like, so what's the itinerary for the sleepover? Oh, we'll cook and then watch a movie. I'm getting some drinks as well.
Then you don't finish it.
And then I'm like, okay, that's all. All right, I'm down for that. And we'll hang out and then like catch up. I'm like, oh my god, that sounds so nice. I've missed you. I show up. And yours was a Netflix and chill. The chill part being you want to have sex with me. If you wanted to have sex with me, I am asking you guys, please communicate. It is not so difficult. Once you type that message, everything else just becomes easy. I know it's very hard. What's hard is beginning. Just say, I want to have sex with you.
And throw the phone out.
I want to have sex with you tonight.
Throw the phone into water.
Like easy with it was implied or
I assumed
you knew. As a person who's found myself in that position of, but you agreed to come in for a sleepover, so I assumed you knew. No, I did not. I did not know. Tell me.
So I think the biggest thing about consent is communication. The communication part. Just list what your expectations are, and I will tell you what mine are, and then we'll find someone to meet, so that we avoid this implying, assuming, and then when we get there, your expectations and mine do not meet at all. No one wants to compromise. You're there telling me you will have blue balls. Now how is that my problem? Do you know how many people have been tricked into sex at the blue balls, blue balls? I'm like, kichwa tu.
It's never kichwa tu.
It's usually a long night. Because we went out. Sasa hostels zishafungwa. So I can't go back to the hostel. So we have to go back to this guy's house. But me, I'm like, we're not having sex. Me, I think nishamwambia, we're not having sex. Ati ni sawa tu. You can sleep there. Me, I will be on the sofa. Nothing is going to happen. We get to the house. Me, I've showered. I've worn his shorts and his
baggy t-shirt.
I'm like, are we changing the sheets? You know what? I will just sleep. Kidogo hivi sijui movie membo. Amekuja ati now how do you expect to sleep on the bed and I'm on the chair?
But we agree.
But you're the one who said, okay, basi let me go to the chair. Well, lala kwa kitanda. Me, I'm good. Ati no, I cannot let a girl sleep on the chair. So he sits there. So I already gave a no. But he's here trying to coerce me into sleeping with him in very weird ways, very weird suggestions. So he gets there and he's touching me. So at this point, I want to scream. I want to hit him. Please remove your hand from me. Just leave. Wacha ningishe kichwa tu. And then, okay, sawa uko na CD? Ati hapana.
You're here.
Now what are we even doing? I think nimekubali, but bado you do not have what you need. So now we're not going to have sex. That guy got so mad at me. Alitoka hapo akarudi kwa kiti. 6 a.m. Go. Go. So I was like, sawa. I will just go. I went with his shorts. So please,
no, that's the least he could have done for you, I swear, because that's really, really horrible. Because again, consent is something we didn't mention about consent. Consent is, I can say yes, I can say no without fear of consequences, right? So if I have to say yes because I'm afraid you're gonna do something to me, or because I'm afraid, like that example, you're afraid of, you can't go back to your house. You don't have access to it. You know, it's either you sleep on the street or you sleep with this person, right? So that's like a very, that's not a choice. Right? In cases where, for example, in workspaces where you hear people saying, I know I've taken consent on an everyday basis to like a different experience, is somebody is sleeping with the boss, right? And then you're like, oh, she's sleeping with the boss so she can get a position. Get your facts right, because sometimes you will find it is a coercive situation. I cannot afford to lose my job, especially especially with the finance bill.
Yes.
So my boss has put me in a position where it's either I sleep with him or he fires me.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a choice?
It's not.
That's not a choice. I'm not there. I said yes, okay, fine, I'll sleep with you. That's not consent. That's me being put in an impossible position.
Yeah.
Right? And you know, they'll be like, why can't you just get another job? Do you have a job?
Yeah.
How easy was it for you to get another job? Right?
Getting a job is hard.
It is very difficult.
Difficult.
So when that choice is taken away from you, when it's an either or, and the either or is not a yes or no where I can go ahead with my life after whichever choice I've taken, then that's not a choice anymore.
Also, with regards to that particular situation of people sleeping with their bosses for promotion, why aren't we putting these bosses on the spot?
Yes.
For denying women the chance to climb the corporate ladder on merit. Why are we putting women in a position where they have to explain their choices to us? Why aren't we putting these perpetrators on the spot?
Sometimes you'll find that, like, because we've created this society where the mindset is women cannot just rise based on merit.
Yeah.
Even those who have risen on merit and have not been exploited, their bodies have not been exploited by their bosses. Because first of all, if you're promoting me because you slept with me, it also means I was qualified for that position.
Yeah.
You just exploited, like you used your power for horrible reasons.
Yes.
And you exploited me and the fact that I had lesser power than you.
Yes.
Then you're like, okay, here's what you were deserving of in the first place,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And so when we create that mindset that the only way a woman can climb the corporate ladder if she sleeps with her bosses, even those who were not put in that position and they have just risen, and you're calling them for career day pale, and then there's undertones of like parents day pale, and then they're saying, but she's got her way to the top, don't be like her.
Yeah.
What are you teaching our kids? We're teaching them you can actually get what you are deserving of when you work for it.
Yeah.
But then the undertones are like, hey, but you don't know. You see them when they're close with Mr. Sidri so and he's the CEO.
Yeah. In regards to that, when let me look at consent in this form, you already agreed to that, like whatever Harriet you say, you already agreed to having sex with this person, and you're in the process of having sex, and then in the middle of it, you're like, no. This is not doing. So, is it okay to like come out from it?
Of course.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
But how many people actually
do that? Yeah.
Very few. Very few people.
Now they will start guilt tripping you. Oh,
Yeah.
blue balls again. Oh, Sidri, wacha tu nimalize, niko karibu.
Okay, the myth of the blue balls, we just have to talk about this because it's coming up and it's
I have asked so many men, and it is a lie.
It is a lie.
It is a lie.
As long as there's no scientific proof for it, it is a lie. Also, if you're having blue balls, really, and you're going to die, first of all, let's call the ambulance and take you to the hospital.
To the hospital, yeah.
Second of all, if having an ejaculation is what's going to help you not have blue balls and not die, Aramis, why are you off? Please, your pleasure is not my responsibility.
You know, I was so naive. I was actually expecting to see those balls turn blue.
Oh!
I was. I'm not lying. You said that blue, yeah. I see.
Yeah.
Antarctica. Yeah. I was expecting to see that on those balls, but they were normal. They were just there. Their hair is so. So no, it is a lie.
It is a big lie.
Please don't get shaved at blue balls.
Yeah.
Please, not of that. The fact that he anataka kumaliza, you is not pleasing you in any way, up until the point you decide, please just get off of me. You're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Nothing is giving. He does not want to explore other methods that might bring you pleasure. So he's just thinking of himself.
Yeah.
And when you withdraw that consent, it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
I think that's something else again. Because you're exploring. Maybe we'll talk about consent in all its forms.
Yeah.
If for example I have said I want to get oral sex. That's how I get pleasure.
Yeah.
And then when you're giving me oral sex, you're like, if I added 2 fingers, it would make it even better. Excuse me.
I know why.
Maybe I have already communicated. I actually do not enjoy fingering, right? And then you're like, but the other girlfriend I heard. This technique worked so good. Go have sex with that other girlfriend, please. Right? Like, I'm in that moment. I want to enjoy this experience that we are creating, and the only way we can do that is if you're fucking listening to what I'm saying. And I said, I just want oral sex, right? And what people don't realize that, like, of course, I don't have to be explaining this. If I said I don't like something, I just don't like it. But you realize that there's people who have vaginismus, right? And penetration can be very, very painful for them, or very, very uncomfortable, depending like on the different levels. And you're here going down and she's having such a good time. Let me add fingers. Sure. She's having such a good time. You take my little penetrate, right? And then now it's even gone beyond the physical aspect of it. It's also gotten psychological, right? What are you doing? I thought we were here to have fun, and now you're spoiling it. Oh my god, it's really, really horrible. Also, if she tells you, just there, don't stop. Don't change rhythm, don't do anything, just continue.
I want to also look at consent in medical procedures. The way you mentioned, you go to a clinic and a procedure is forced on you. That doesn't work on you. So I feel like you get to be asked what you want to be done in your own body. The way when you wake up one day and the doctor is saying, this is what works for you, and you should have this. That's I don't think that's right. So
oh my god, brings back memories of the husband stitch, of course. But like, that's like a really big aspect of it, like a very big thing. I think we need to really, there's something we call patient-centered care. So it works in therapy. For therapy it's mostly client-centered, but whatever, still the same thing. It is centered on what the client needs, or what the patient needs, or what the patient wants. For instance, even if we're talking about cancer, for example, there's somebody who's at stage 4 cancer and they say they don't want to continue with treatment. Like, no, but you need this, You will survive. They've thought about it. They are dying. What they were saying is, I just want the last moments of my life to look a certain way. You cannot force them to take treatment, right? We're talking about contraceptives. Somebody deciding what contraceptive is good for you without consulting you and without medical backing. Medical backing. It bugs me so much because you're not making an informed choice. For me, even if you decide to make that choice for me, you're not doing it from a point of information. You're doing it from a point of bias and, I feel this is good for you. I feel your feelings don't matter to me, dear doctor. Go express them to your husband, your wife, or your partner. Okay? But like, leave me alone. And also even that there's something you mentioned like last time when you were talking about procedures that are done for you. So maybe you have a checkup. If you've done cervical cancer screening or anything that you open up your cervix, you're like, you know what? Not today, Satan. Can I come back after 2 weeks? Right? And the doctor is like, no, if you don't do it today, I have already told you what to come back after 2 weeks, and you don't want it, right? And sometimes it gets so difficult to say no to medical professionals because I keep on saying we have been taught they are the second gods of the world. This is my body. You might know what's good medically speaking, but you're not an expert on my body. You have not existed in this body. You have not felt what it's like when I wake up in the morning with pain in my boobs because I am on my period.
Especially the boobs. Oh my god, you cannot even wipe yourself. Unajua vile unatokanga bafu ndio ni. Cannot do
it. You know what? It can dry by itself.
Just sit and chill.
So you have not existed in this skin and in this body. You have no right to make choices for me. Make them for yourself. Give me information and then I will tell you, you know what, this sounds good. What does this do? What does this do? This this one would be good. Okay, what if you consider this? And answer my fucking questions. Okay, you went to med school, so you can answer my questions.
Yeah, great doctors do.
Yeah,
They tell you go look for information out there. Come with your facts.
And then we will talk.
We discuss. Then with your facts, I'll tell you my facts, and then
like just tell me your facts.
What right?
What are your facts?